think so. And hopefully my voice is louder than the music this time. Anyways, hello everyone. Hello. They added the... They added some physics into the models that I'm using, or maybe it's the app itself. Well, I don't like that. I'm gonna keep it PG. Hello everyone, and welcome back to us together drawing the thumbnail art for my Fear and Hunger Termina walkthrough that would be modded, and I'm gonna put myself into the game. Thus, I'm also putting in a little extra effort to draw the cover myself too. Like how draw the cover, insert myself into the cover, whatever. If you are watching it in the recording, what are you doing? But thank you if you are joining me right now. And let's think, let's just start and think, what do we need here? Last time we did quite a bit of work on this. And I think what we agreed upon is that we just need to kind of like finalize finalize annekkipu's jacket, add some minor details, and maybe we'll be good to go. Who knows? Just a little bit of work left. Fix this annekkipu. She looks into the correct direction. And I also may walk away for a second to grab myself some food because I'm hungry. Alrighty, what else do we need? Still figuring out the setup. I got the what is it called? The reflecting app. Oh, I can see my mouse. I got the reflecting app that helps you mirror whatever you're doing on the iPad to the screen of your computer, and thus you can stream it. Because otherwise, like, I saw multiple ways you can do it, and some of them seemed very bothersome, like working with capture cards, something like this. Anyways, this was like $20, which is not, you know, not small money, but I hope we'll use it quite a bit in the future. So it would be a valuable, what's the smart word? valuable investment, huh? Alright. Hey Kate, hello, hello. Hey Ender. Alright, what do we think, guys? What do we think, chat? We think that I forgot my apple pen on the chair. 1 second. Whee! Alright. Alright. I think let's just look at it. Let's just look and see what is missing. Push away the sorry, the keyboard a little bit. Yeah, you still exist? I do too. How about that, huh? I do too. Alright. Have way too many layers. I don't think we need this one anymore. I don't think we really need this one anymore. But let's just go ahead and maybe in some bigger smudges we'll attempt to make some shades maybe, I don't know. I kinda do like how it looks right now. Born out of chaos and confusion. I was born out of my mama. I don't know about that. Let's see. Anyways. How is everyone doing? Am I even drawing on top? Yeah, I'm drawing on top. How is everyone doing? How are the things going with you people? If we're talking annekkipu news, I can tell you this much. First of all, I broke my pinky toe. And it was... oh, my mouth is not and this was not a funny story, guys. Am I fine? Alright. So anyway, I was assembling a bookshelf. And it was pretty dang heavy. You know how usually you would buy a bookshelf from IKEA and it weighs nothing? Like, it's literally non-existent. This bookshelf I bought it at Target and it was really dang heavy. It was terrible. I literally, when I was trying to like move it to my car from the store, I feel like everybody was laughing at me and nobody helped. Like, American moment. Nobody helped. But anyways, nobody has to help, but it would have been nice. Anyways, I was really struggling to take it all the way back to my car and I had to like roll it because I couldn't pick it up. I was just rolling it from one side to another. You're going to start a new walkthrough or have you already started? I have started and I tried playing the game before, obviously, but I think I'm gonna do an entirely new walkthrough for this specific video that I'm going to make, because I have been drawing my own, what are they called? Presets? What are they called? The things that you use in the game? Like sprites. Oh, I've been drawing my own sprites to mod the game to put myself into it. I really hope the music isn't too loud. Why do you have four? I don't have 4 ears, do I? Oh, you mean this? Maybe a cyclops, who knows? Anyway, guys, can you hear me alright? Is it a little too loud? I don't know, this music is kind of inconsistent. And some of it, some melodies are louder than other melodies. So, yeah, hopefully you can hear me. Anyways, I was rolling that really heavy bookshelf all the way to my car. Then I got home, then I started assembling it, and it was like just four sticks. 4 sticks and 5 shelves that you put kind of like connect to the sticks. And as I was putting in the shelves, they were heavy and they were lacquered. And it was kind of late at night and this girl was tired and she picked up the shelf and she lifted it all the way up to put into the bookshelf, and it dropped and the edge broke her toe, and honestly it was so painful that I was just like, alright, I guess it's fine, and I went to sleep. And in the morning when I woke up, my foot was purple. It's a bit quiet, but a good amount over the music. That's great. I can make it a little less. Beep 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 beep. Did I just little older me. Ah! Alright, you know what? I just won't touch it. Anyways, my foot was purple and I went to the hospital and they were like, yes, you have broken your pinky toe. So that was adventure number 1. And then yesterday, when I wanted to finally stream, Xfinity decided that I don't deserve any internet. Which, is it fair? Maybe it's my karma. Alright, all the time I say that it will be a chill stream where I don't talk, and I end up yapping, so I may, you know, calm down for a little bit. Also, sorry, I'll yap a little more. Also, I started playing, I thought Night Rain will not run on my computer, but it does, and I'm surprised because it's like super ancient, and I guess it's like less of a demanding game, so probably makes sense. You know, the map is smaller and all of that stuff. But when it was just announced, I was like, oh wow, we got a new game and we'll have a lot of like new lore, and I will learn stuff about the Nox people and their culture and all of that stuff. Because it's Night Rain, right? So it makes sense. And then I saw this trailer they released where it's literally looked like an AMV that my friends would have made in like 2012 or something like this. And I just felt really like cringe. I don't know, me feeling cringe for them, the secondhand embarrassment, and I was like, I am now Night Rain hater. That's it, everyone. Like, you can play if you want, but I'm hating this right now. But then when it dropped, finally, I was ignoring everything, all the like beta tests and stuff, but when it finally dropped, I started watching, obviously I don't really care about combat, I started watching like Resemblance, is it Resemblance? I forgot, like the quests of characters and like cutscenes and all of that, and of course Extra Life had time to update the wiki with everything, so then I was like, oh, this game kind of looks interesting, and of course I flipped and I bought it, and it runs very nice, but I am obsessed. As much as I love Elden Ring, I feel like Night Rain is just, it's perfect because it is a tiny bit smaller. I do have, wait, who will draw? Who will draw? I do have one complaint though. I feel like maybe I'm wrong. You correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like Shadow of the Erdtree was kind of like promoted as the DLC. So like Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, and it's the official DLC and it's an expansion. So it kind of was promoted like it is connected to, you know, the main game, and in a way it made sense that you cannot really understand what's going on in Shadow of the Erdtree without playing the main game. But Oh, hello. Hello, Rosie. I do remember you. Anyways, the Revenant girl is pretty interesting. I agree. At first I saw the Revenant girl and I was like, uh, oh wow, pretty lady. I'm definitely gonna play as the pretty lady. But then when I loaded the game, and of course you cannot get her immediately, but I tried all the characters. There's this knight that just like I watched a bunch of walkthroughs and people just go ahead as Wilder or Wilder. I don't know how you would say that. Um, but they just go and play as Wilder, and it makes sense because he's a very well like made character, and I feel like he's the most universal, hence he's like the main playable character. But I tried playing as everyone, and I feel like my favorite character is Iron Knight for reasons. For reasons, my favorite character is Iron Knight, and I won't go into any details because I'm sure many people want to find that stuff out for themselves. Um, I mean, all the lore details, but I am very happy with the game. The Revenant Girl is a huge chunk of lore, and the Iron Eye, like every damn character in this game is a huge chunk of lore, and I just love it. But anyways, back to my complaint, and not the drawing. Back to my complaint. I feel like Shadow of the Erdtree was advertised as a kind of like progression and DLC, that you have to play the main game to understand what's going on in there. Yeah, stop. But Night Train was advertised as a fully separate game. No, it's like Elden Ring Night Train. But the way it was advertised, the commercials, how they looked like, what promo we have seen, it was like it's just a separate thing, in the same universe but separate. So it would have made better sense if Night Train had kind of like separate lore and wasn't as dependent on the main game, but instead, and what I was trying to say the entire time, it feels like Shadow of the Erdtree is easily understandable for a new player, and it has its own lore, and the world is almost not dependent on the main game because it's so big and it has such a saturation of its own events that you can just play and think about the story of, you know, people in this world, like the Horn Sand, like the Mesmer and all that stuff. So they have enough of their own events going on, that make this game playable as a separate one. Meanwhile, Night Train, that was advertised as like, oh no, that's its own thing. It's really dependent on the main game, and to understand, like, not just, oh haha, there's like a cute girl and a witch, haha, but like to understand the lore, you really need to know the main game, and not even just like, oh, there's Marika. You really need to know a lot of the stuff. So I feel like it is, as much as it is cool, and I know many people think that Night Train is fully parallel. I don't think so. I'm about to make a video on that topic. But I think, yeah, it's a little not fair. Do you still play Genshin Impact? I don't. I have the game. I log in very rarely. Very rarely. Mostly because I'm one of the people who really did not like Natlan as a region, so I just decided to skip it and wait for better times, which I did. But I think I will return for the new region. I feel like I just stopped following it kind of. And my biggest problem, like, yes, there is just general aesthetic problem that I have with Natlan, but also I am a person who eats games lore with a giant wooden spoon. Like, I need the game to be saturated with you know, world building and like character story and things that leave gaps for like can't speak English this morning, but anyways, like things that leave space for your imagination. And Genshin Impact used to be this game, and when we just start playing it, like the starting area with Mondstadt and the Island of Time, I think, and all that stuff, it looks really cool. And it really makes you think and connect the dots, like what is happening in this game, you know? It doesn't just feed you stuff. You organically are prompted to just look around, have an adventure, and learn what's going on. But eventually they stopped really doing it this way, and what they started doing is they started just plainly saying everything that is happening in text. You would come to a new region and they were like, "Hello, adventurer from the far. We are the people of Natlan. This is our problem. Our Archon is blah 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 blah. This happened many years ago." Like, why are you saying all that? I want to figure out stuff myself. I don't want a giant novel told to me by NPCs that I have zero care in the world about. You know, we didn't even get anything that would give us some sort of emotional attachment to these NPCs, yet we're supposed to sympathize them and care about the stories they tell us. Building the world, not like building the world is I think more important in a way for games like Genshin Impact, so people are naturally interested to just have adventures, investigate and learn. And if you're giving everything through no-name NPCs, then people usually skip all this information. But that's part number one. Part number two is the retconning, and it is criminal in Genshin Impact. And as a person who was like really into it and making all sorts of theories, like literally my channel started because I loved that that update where they had the imposter story, and it really was extremely well done. And that's when I started making videos. And then I feel like around Sumeru we kind of lost the quality of the story, and they started retconning, they started rewriting things, which I felt like it was a little disrespectful to not only like, okay, we're just player base, we'll eat whatever you're giving us, but to their own creation. It was disrespectful. The bird is very unique too. Are his origins explained? A bird knight isn't something we saw in the other two games. I agree with you. I really think that they gave us a lot of food for thought with the bird knight, because he openly states that he's one of the Pinion folk. And they have their own realm, sort of. They dwell in their own realm, or at least used to, because once again there is like a conflict of ideology, I would say, where you would put Night Train in the timeline. And I think if you answer this question for yourself, because I do believe in it, that's why I want to make a video about it. Sorry for the glitching. I don't know, I paid for this app and it still glitches. Anyway, so I think that many things can be true at the same time with games like Elden Ring, because they leave so many gaps that you are free to theorize and you're free to have your own headcanons, because the canons are very few. And I think that this is what makes it brilliant, this is what makes it so interesting for many people. And if like some people think there would be just like one thing and this is how things are, this is the only truth, then people wouldn't be interested to play in the first place. But anyways, I think that he is maybe less of a charismatic character in my personal opinion, but maybe he doesn't have to be, because he has an important part of a story, he is an important part, sorry, of a story, and not only his own, but another character. Once again, I don't want to spill too much stuff here, don't want to spill too much tea. You should play on your own, or you should watch you should watch the like let's plays on your own if you are interested, because we don't want to make it bad for other people. Anyways, I think he's really cool, and I think I also like the parallels they have made, because we do know that many bird warriors used to be something else. They used to be free and wild and roaming, you know, and now they are just like basically they're enslaved in a way in Elden Ring. And also we do know that like there's normally a evolutionary progression happening. So I don't want to once again spill all the tea, but I think there are a lot of implications that specifically the bird character is opening. And one of my favorite parts is that these characters, although they're few, there aren't too many of them. What are they, like 8 characters? They give us tons of information on the world of the Lands Between, because essentially, even if it's parallel, whatever, this is the same Lands Between, and some things are the same. We have the same Radagon there, we have the same God for America, all of that stuff already happened. The Shattering has already happened. It just really enriches things we know already. I was going to say something. Oh, my favorite part is that it kind of is confirmed that there are other gods. And it's just like one of the characters, just, I think it's maybe his log or something, but it just like openly states that god of this, I'm not gonna say what it is, but I just love it because people get too invested into like America, Glowmite Queen, Fell God. Sometimes Glowmite Queen is Fell God. Depends on the people, but this is like, okay, that's it, you know. It seems more like a contest of 2 or maybe 3 or just, but there's an entire pantheon. There's an entire pantheon of old gods existing pre-America, because it is a beautiful work of art that is inspired by real life world and real life cultures, of course, because they like travel and they see things and they're like, oh yeah, let's put this castle in the game or whatever. But America is the embodiment of what is it called? When the monarch is also the child of God, and it's called absolutism, and they kind of like unite the religious part and the political part within one source of power, or whatever, like one vessel of power. She's the embodiment of this absolutism, and she's the god, she's the queen, and it is seen a lot in real life history. But before that, people were pagan, and they associated their gods with whatever happened in their lives. The gods were just parts of their experiences, the embodiment of, oh, scary things. This is the god of scary things. Please, god of scary things, don't hurt me. Here's the sacrifice for you. The god of fertility, which is like good, like please give me this, like please give me a baby. You know what I'm talking about. This was normal and natural for us humans, and I feel like the world of Elden Ring is talking about the same things. There was a big pantheon of gods before, but that's just my personal view of it. So I am happy that Night Train gave us officially, at least from what I know, at least one confirmed other god. What do we say here? The realm this you mentioned is interesting. Are these realms things like different world spheres? Maybe a connection to Yggdrasil realms? Do I want to theorize on this stream? I have no idea yet, because everything has more than one meaning usually in the world, and in Elden Ring as well. I feel like the realm is literal and the realm is metaphorical, so as far as it may have parallels with real life religions, I think that it is quite literally just an area where the Pinion folk lived, somewhere in the sky, which is kind of cool because, you know, dragon, lizard, bird, birdman, all that good stuff. What 5 stars did you have in Genshin Impact before you stopped playing, and what was your favorite character? My last... oh, what's my hair? My last 5 stars, believe it or not, is Mitsuki, and I just loved her design, so I logged in and I pulled for her with all my savings that I had. So she is technically my last 5 stars, but honestly, I stopped pulling for new characters around the release of Natlan. I think Kinich is the last character that I intentionally logged into the game for before, you know, like Mitsuki. It's very recent. So Kinich, and my favorite character as well. First of all, Diluc, because he's my husband. Second of all, I like playing as Kokomi. I like what are other characters? I like Alhaitham. I like Lynette a lot. She's a kitty girl. There's someone else that I liked like a ton. Farina. I play usually, like, for some reason I play as all the Hydro characters. So who else we have there? Oh, I really like Lila's design. I think she's beautiful. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I love far more, but I just won't remember them. I can look them up. Where's my browser? Genshin Impact characters. Alright. Oh, Ganyu is one of my favorite characters. How could I forgot about that? Alright. Yeah, honestly, I think that's pretty much it. I just like a lot of Hydro characters. I like Kokomi. I like Diluc. I like Nilo. Nilo is like I go crazy about her, but I just think they gave her the personality that I don't like too much. But design is wonderful. Farina is my favorite character too. Yes, she's lovely. And I do think that some people are like, oh, she's a bad Hydro Archon, you know? Like there is the Hydro Archon, and then there's Farina who kind of did a bad job or whatever, and I don't agree. I think Farina is a great, well-written character with a really dramatic story, and I love her. I'll play the game when money comes. Their new releases have been coming. Oh yeah, I agree with you, and you know what? I thought the same thing. I was looking at it and I was like, 40 bucks for this? Especially after especially after I saw this horrific, this atrocious trailer with Wake Me Up Inside in the background. I was like, really? 40 bucks for that? And I paid 55 in the end, or whatever it was for the deluxe edition. Just because I felt like when the DLC comes, I would need to buy anything separately. Plus, they said I will get a digital art book, which I don't know, like, how do I access it? Am I stupid? Why don't I see it? But anyways, I may be stupid. What I was talking about? I had a brain freeze for a second. So yeah, I was thinking, dang, that's kind of pricey too. But then I remembered that this is 40 or 50 bucks for the entire game, and I'm a gacha player, so I literally spend money on getting one character, one 3D asset in a game, almost like every few months. So in the end of the day, even though Genshin Impact or Star Rail or Zenless Zone Zero are free games, or Love and Deep Space, ladies, even though it's technically a free game, I do end up spending far more than 40 bucks on these games. So, hey, what is going on here? So I figured it would be, once again, a good investment to get Night Train, which I did. I'm not saying, hey, don't eat, go buy yourself a game. I understand it completely, especially as a person who was unemployed for like over 2 years. But I do also want to say that games are getting pricier, but compared to the entire market and the different genres of the game, I feel like Night Train is fairly priced. And I also just bought recently, so I completely understand. There is a FOMO ingrained into this, but in the end of the day, I'm playing games for myself, you know, and sometimes I'm like, oh, everyone's gonna know everything, and when I'm gonna have things to say, nobody would want to listen to what I want to say. I'm like, okay, well, I am always here to listen to what I have to say. These many god things, do you perhaps see a Gnostic component to the relation between the lands between and the other land? What would be the Gnostic component to the relationship between the two things? Elaborate, please. I do think that there is a Gnostic component in general to the world building. But I would say that in Genshin Impact, the Gnostic component is more prominent, and maybe I'm just not really catching on to what you're trying to say, but I would be interested to read if you're willing to share. Oh, you are. America took the lands between her noses and separated from the rest of the world. To this extent, yes. I agree with you. My favorite are Farina, always Arlecchino, and Skirk. Oh, alright. When did you start playing the game? I'm kind of interested because it feels like your favorite characters are no judgment passed, just interesting. Your favorite characters are from the time period when Fontaine was released. Do you just not like other regions? Or is it just coincidental? Love hearing your voice no matter what the topic. Woo! Oh yeah, thank you. You may throw in other topics if you want me to yap a little more, because I'm kind of running out of topics. I was supposed to be drawing today, guys. I was supposed to be finishing the art. Guess who's not finishing it? Also, I don't know, do we want to leave it like this, or do we want to a little less yapping, a little bit more of actually working on the art. It has to be finished. If you want to talk about anything, please feel free to say something in the chat, and I will definitely yap again. I just feel like I've completely abandoned. I've been here for 42 minutes and 40 seconds, and where did we progress? Nowhere. Which maybe it's fine, I don't know. Kind of as we discussed before, as you and I personally have discussed before, I feel like the progress we've made is pretty satisfactory and honestly can already probably be used. What remains to be finished yet? Yeah, that's a good question. I look at it and I'm too like, what did I want to do about it? What does it lack? I don't know. I wanted to add, so this area, this one, kind of looks a little plain and empty. Granted, it's just the cover. First of all, it's gonna be cut in a way anyways. If we canvas, crop and resize, it should be resized anyways because it will be, what is it called, the YouTube thumbnail, so maybe we shouldn't even care about that much. Maybe we should crop it first. What is snapping? Resample count, please. Alright, so what I'm seeing here is that right now it's half the size of the normal, what is it, 19, what is YouTube cover size? YouTube thumbnail cover. So after we crop it, I figured maybe we don't even need much stuff. I did want to add some like blood stains on her jacket. You know, you're back. Yay, you're back. Tell us why all of your favorite characters are from Fontaine era. Is it coincidental or did you just start playing around Fontaine? So regular thumbnail size for YouTube videos, and it's a 1280. So what the hell is this? How do I translate? Well, it says maintains 16:9 ratio. So basically we need a calc. And if this bad baby is roughly 1816, let's do like 1816 divided by 16, 51. Oh, that's a good thing. Now 51 times 9, 459. Oh, what am I doing? This one, 459. Alright. Oh, that's it? Oh, alright. I may not like it too much. I just like Fontaine characters. That makes sense. What's with my face? What's with my face? That was ugly. Y'all haven't seen it, okay? Anyway. How long was I looking like this and nobody said anything? What an embarrassment, I swear. I'm gonna shamelessly eat a Belgian waffle. Because I can. It's kind of... I don't like that. Alright, cool. It will crop a lot. And I feel like we've tried so hard to make this annekkipu. Oh, you know what? Let's make her smaller before cropping. First of all, we'll combine this stuff. Make her a little smaller. And we'll figure it out. Alright, so we're resizing it to 1816 and what? No, where's my calculator? Alright, whatever. 51 times 4 no, 51 times 9. Alright. No. Alright, so now we'll move that a little bit. We want the moon to be visible, but also want the king to be in there too, you know? It would be kind of waste. What do we think? Is that okay? Alright, let's crop it this way. And then just make her... Hey, what's that? Does anything change with it? Oh, this detail. Alright. No! Ugly! You could close up half of the jacket. It would be some trouble though, redrawing it. Is closing up the jacket even how it's said in English? I don't really know because English is not my first language either. Maybe zip up the jacket if it has the zip thing. I've definitely heard people say zip up. I definitely heard people saying button up. But I'm not sure. I think close up is more of like getting closer to things, zooming on things. But I'm not sure if I've heard that one used. English speakers, let us know in the chat. Alright. Guess we have to rearrange stuff here a little bit. What is this? Oh, makes sense what it is. So we want to... First of all, no. Stop that. We kind of need to preserve things that are well done. We cannot let them go in vain. So we'll just delete this. We'll combine it with this. Alright. And now what? Should have combined with this. Yeah, so now I can make this a teensy bit smaller. Alright. Now we'll resize this 459. Small. What is snapping? Alright. How do I move it around? 16. Bother. Guys, I'm tired. Alright. 459. Do we like it this way, or do we want to make it a little lower? Let's make it a little lower so there's more of the king. 459. No, the moon is gone this way. 459. That's good enough. And annekkipu almost fully fits in here, so let's do this. This is the supposed YouTube video cover, so we'll just take annekkipu, resize her to... What's that? Under annekkipu, there is another annekkipu. Oh. But I just remembered that some more of my favorite characters are Nahida, Varessa, Winnie, Sidwin, and Chichi. Oh, that's cute. I like Chichi too. Want to hear something goofy? Of course you want to hear something goofy. Who wouldn't? When I just downloaded the game, and it was the first year it was released, the first what is it called, Lantern Festival, where when whatever Lantern Festival where Xiao just dropped. So it was when I first downloaded the game. Don't talk to me or my son ever. Oh, sorry, sir. Alright. Anyways, Chi-Chi. When Xiao just dropped, I downloaded the game. I was like, wow, this game is pretty cool. It has open world. I can run around places. There's lore. There are all these cute characters. And the game kind of gives you quite a bit to pull on the standard banner to get one of the 5 standard characters, and Chi-Chi is one of them. And I remember I was like, well, the character on the banner isn't too cute. I don't really want you. I was like, but Chi-Chi. Peak design. I really want her. She's like an undead, and she's like a cute girl, and she has these abilities that are designed in like traditional Taoist way or whatever. It was really cool. And since the game was new, the standard characters, they haven't become like hated yet. And I just remembered that I really wanted Chi-Chi. I was telling all my friends, I want Chi-Chi so much. And now telling this to anyone would probably make people laugh if they, know the game. But I literally were saving pools to get Chi-Chi from standard banner, which I did not because I think I got Jean or something. But I do remember that some other time when it was already a little later, and I was pulling for some characters I wanted, some character that I wanted, and guess what I got? I got Chi-Chi, and I was like celebrating, because I actually wanted her so much the whole time. So I fully understand having her as one of my favorite characters. Joking about the second annekkipu just in case. Oh, yeah, you're right. Now I see. I thought I said something and you were like, don't talk to me or my son, lady. That's weird. But I do get the meme reference now. Actually, like, I'm gonna take a screenshot of it. It's a funny meme. Wow! Alright, loud, unnecessary, uncalled for. Oh yeah, well, we have 2 of them. That totally makes sense. What did I just do? Kate said I'm not stupid, yet look what I'm doing. Alright. Take this, and then we resize this. Like this. I totally want her to be. The thing is, when you're resizing stuff like this, it kind of makes it less pronounced, less, what is the word? Kind of blurry, just blurry. But it's fine. For now. Is it enough? That's that big of a deal. Alright. Good enough. And now we will take... oh no, what is this? Alright. That's fixable. That is absolutely fixable. Alright. Alright. Take this brush. And we'll do these. I did that too. Never got Cheech, ended up pushing on the limited banner for Farina, but I got Farina. Well, that's the important part, I think. That you got the limited character, because Chichi will always come when you least need her. That's fine. Alright. By the way, I recently purchased a pre-used Wii, just because, you know, nostalgia hits hard, and I really wanted to play Twilight Princess. And my Wii, the one I originally played all the games on, lives with my parents in another country, so that's fine. So I bought a used one, and I'm very happy with it. Yes. Something about playing the games of your childhood is unmatched, and I think Twilight Princess is the game for me that I played when I was like not a baby but a kid with my dad, and these are one of the best memories of my childhood. Making a Farina cosplay? I want to make a cosplay too, in Jelly. Are you making it all from the start, or are you ordering some parts for it? I want to make a cosplay too. I want to I want to cosplay Robin from Honkai Star Rail. I want to cosplay Jane Doe from Zenless Zone Zero. I want to cosplay Saint Trina from my head and Elden Ring. And I want to cosplay Revenant from Elden Ring Night Train. And this is probably the most, the one that would make most sense. But yeah, I really want to cosplay stuff too, but I have the fear of my face, and I'm not sure how I will survive it. I'm making from the start. I'm only ordering the vision. Oh, that's really cool. What about the wig? How can you make a wig? Or are you like getting parts of like wigs and then you're gluing together the wig that you know, will use later? I was thinking maybe if one day I will feel like there can be like a good amount of subscribers or something. Maybe when we hit 7,000 subscribers, if we ever do, maybe I'll do the cosplay video, and it would be in a way like face reveal, because like it's my face in the cosplay. But also it would be a fun project to not just order a cosplay, but like collect things and make things. And maybe like Revenant would be a good character to do it for. if it still makes any sense in a few years when we'll get to a nice amount of subscribers. But yeah, anyways, get a blank white one, then cut it and shape it. Oh, that's actually, that seems complicated. I would be afraid to cut a wig. I guess you are brave in this sense. Alright, where did we... let's do this first. Let's grab some darker color. And just make like... that's not dark enough. Darker color. And just make like a general shade under her. I kind of want to... Well, we sort of would need to flatten the layer. How do I take out of them? Oh, actually, yeah, I like this one. I just may need to erase this one a little bit. Alrighty. But yeah, I love watching people cosplay because I feel like, first of all, it is a pricey endeavor, and also, so what do you do? Like, do you just make a cosplay for yourself to be like, yay, I made a cosplay, or do you go somewhere wearing cosplay? Because I was thinking about going to a con, but at the same time I have zero I don't have zero friends. I have friends, but I have zero friends who are interested in going to like a Dragon Con with me. Have you been to a Comic Con before? No, never. I've been to like one video game con a few years ago. No, actually I've been to two. But I've been there with my friends because they were interested, and also it's been another country. So I'm not sure what I will do. Like I can dress up and just be like, oh wow, I look nice in a cosplay, but I feel like people do it to go places and have fun together. And if it would be just me, it would be a little sad, wouldn't it be, huh? Yeah, you go to Comic Con, I figured. I figured, and have fun. But, yeah, this annekkipu cannot, sadly. Due to no people to go to convention with. I mean, I have one friend who said, first of all, she's older than I. She's like 7 years older than I, which is not a problem. It's just she doesn't really know most of the like pop culture video game things I'm interested in. She's a friend from work, and I love her a lot. But I feel like it wouldn't be fun for her. But she said she went to Dragon Con before, and maybe I will be able to make her go with me this year. I don't know. Guys, what do you do at conventions? I think some people go to conventions to cosplay and take pictures, but I think you can also post videos and pictures, and I agree with that because paying for a convention ticket just to take photos. So my question is more like, what else can you do at a convention? Because it seems like you're paying like $100 to take pictures of yourself. Which, granted, here in Atlanta, you can just walk on the streets on the day of Dragon Con and you'll just see everyone. So you can, I think, do it for free. But what's inside? What's inside the Pandora box that is the con? There is a Comic Con in August. Isn't Comic Con somewhere in California? in Los Angeles, somewhere in not very accessible places for people on the East Coast. That's way too much. I just need to make it a little sharper. Alright. And this too, I need to make me sharper too. Okay, that's good. I feel like we still haven't progressed anywhere, which makes me a little bit antsy, but let's just work a little bit on her check. Where is this from? Where is the dot from? And why can I not color over it? Where is the dot from? Yo! There are no layers on top of it. It's not locked. How does that work? Oh, I get how does that work. Alright. Usually when I go to Comic-Con, there is stalls where you can shop, and there's cool rooms with different activities at different times. Well, cool room sounds cool. Kind of get me intrigued now. I mean, I heard that there are like voice actors that go to cons and you can interact with them. But you know what? One time I looked it up because I feel like somebody was coming to like area where I live, and I think it was the voice actor of Dying Slave from Genshin Impact. I remember because I was like curious. Okay, I know for sure I gotta pay you. Not only I gotta pay the con to get inside, I then gotta pay more people to do anything at the con. So I looked it up, and apparently he has a very like just harshly worded price list of interacting with him, and it's something that's like, say one phrase, $50. Say one more word, $10. Like, sir, I paid for a ticket. I can like pay for you signing the card for me, but paying you to open your mouth? I don't know about that. It's kind of rude. I get it that they want to squeeze as much money as they can from their craft, which is talking, voicing, but it is just a little bit weird, especially when it's phrased in a certain way that, I don't know, it's just not welcoming. I looked at it and I was like, whatever. So yeah, there are some voice actors I would like to maybe just, I don't even want to interact with them, guys. I'm like, I would be way too nervous. So for example, I would like to see Alejandro Zap. I would like to see him in real life and just hear him talk. But I feel like, what do? I come to him and say, oh hi Alejandro, and what does he do? He just says like a goofy line to me and I pay $50 for it. That just feels a little bit weird. So yeah, anyways, I feel like the interaction itself was kind of, maybe if they had like a board and they were I don't know, having a little event and reading the roles or something, that would be interesting to hear live, but interacting personally would feel weird. Usually, well, oh, I already. I went to a few in my teen years, but they were generally game oriented. So we played games that were about to. Oh, so yeah, similar experience. And like years ago, I went to video game cons back at my home country, and the first one that I went to like years ago, like very long time ago, was fun because it had a lot of like stalls of games, and it had a very large Nintendo stall, and basically they had all their games that are releasing in the next year, and you were supposed to like play every game for like 3 to 5 minutes, like a demo, and for playing each demo you get a stamp, and after you collect the like entire mini book of stamps, you can go and trade them for merch. And it was really cool. Like that event was top tier event of my life, I swear. But later, years later, it was maybe in recent 5 years, when I went to a game con again, I was so underwhelmed. Like I paid money to walk inside and just see tons of people and large prints, and that's it. And they had TVs with like trailers going on, so I can do it at home. Maybe not the very large print, but I don't know. So I was just a little bit underwhelmed by my second experience going to a video game con. Granted, probably depends on the country and depends on the event, but it would be nice if they give you merch for attending, for paying that much money, allowed you to play actual demos and not just watch stuff on TVs. If there was some like interactive stuff, you know, because just walking around crowds of people and looking at giant prints was a little depressing. Oh, but I forgot to tell you. You know what was there? You know what was there? It was Hideo Kojima. Hideo freaking Kojima. He came to the GameCon. He came to the GameCon and he was giving an interview. But there were so many people that even though I saw Hideo Kojima in real life, he was as tiny as a freaking ant. He was like, I did see him, I did hear him speak. Granted, they were like translating him and stuff, but he was very small. This was fun though. I feel like the only reason I went to the con at all was to see Hideo Kojima. Then I feel like his bestie, Mads Mikkelsen, was there too. Yeah, fun times. Fun times, and the only worthy reason to go to a con. Also, at Comic Cons, you can make friends. I made a friend with a Navia cosplay for 5 seconds, but it's still fun. Yeah, my experience being a YouTuber, I made friends for 5 seconds. I see that, and I definitely would love to have a similar experience. Maybe that's, but also I feel like if I went like completely alone, I would be way too scared to make friends with other cosplayers. But if I went to maybe like already in a group and then we kind of like separated or something, then I would feel at ease because you can always have a safe group of people to come back to. You know, sometimes you do want to have some safety at these big events. Recently, I've been to Kazakhstan and attended an esports tournament. Do we have an esports champion in the chat? I spent a few hours standing in the lines, but I've only got one autograph during that time. That was yeah, dang. Imagine you like go to another country, you pay tons of money, and you only get like 1/20th of what you were supposed to get. Judging the organization, but that's really cool. What sort of esports was it? What did they play? Did they play Dota? they play League of Legends? Did they play Genshin Impact competitively? I don't think the game con are like that anymore. I had the same experience and stuff. Yeah, same. Alright, what else we think? I kind of just totally forget about her from time to time. Then we come back and add things. We're painting on dark. I just wanted to kind of lighten this part up because I feel like it shouldn't have been this dark here. Something is wrong with either my light settings. How do I change them without showing too many things? Alright, maybe I'll just be fine for now. Why is it just? What is going on? Why is it? Alright, I see why it is. It is because there's stuff on top of it. Oh, I remember why I didn't want to close her jacket, because we wanted to put a meme on there. Also, I remember disliking the bright blue color. Remember that I wanted to put a meme on the short, and that we wanted to make like blood spills or something. We'll erase it later, it's fine. But basically we gotta make this part a little darker. Hard brush. Blade Wait, yes. Okay. On brand. On brand. Okay. No judgment, but on brand. Alright. I was a while ago, I found out, I mean, probably goofy of me or whatever, but sorry, not everyone grew up chronically online. But I found out that people play Smash, what is Super Smash something, whatever, competitively. And I just like I watched a few videos and I was like, oh wow, that looks pretty cool. And then I found out that people kind of like joke about it and they dunk on these people for some reason. But it just looked very cool. And I didn't know such contests exist. Alright, that's probably like such a minor details that y'all don't even care about from a side, but some things did bother me around that area. And they bother me less now. I feel like there should be a shade coming from that hand over here. I just erased it and I'm drawing it all over, but also there should be a shade, but also I feel like kind of doesn't go specifically in that place. Those braids look amazing. Oh, thank you! Thank you! We drew them with a tutorial last stream because I have no idea in the world how to draw braids. But I appreciate it and appreciate you coming today. Have you ever been to a con? Question of the day. Have you ever attended a con? Have you ever been to a place where people cosplay? Hey, just wanted to say that thank you for really good coloring videos. Had no idea you were a graphic art. Oh, thank you for saying nice things to me. I appreciate it. I am not a graphic artist. I'm just a goofy goober, and I am super happy that some people like my Elden Ring videos. And just to say it right now, so y'all will be ready. There are more things coming because this girl, she consulted with the treasury and she bought Night Train. So, and also yesterday at work, don't tell my manager, but I compiled and printed a 30-page long document with all the lore that I could find on Night Train, and I'm gonna do some more digging this weekend. I feel like we'll just finish this art and I'll just go and start to dig, and then maybe next week we'll gather again and I'll draw the art of my favorite Night Train character, just so we can have another yapping stream. Yeah, and yo guys, don't forget to answer the question. Have you ever been in, like, people who watch this afterwards, if you are unhinged enough and you are watching this moment in recording, you have nothing else to do, you're watching this moment in recording, tell me personally in the comments, have you ever been to a con? Because this girl frame in my hometown, so I went to that convention. That's very specific and very detailed. It sounds really cool. Did you cosplay a Warframe? What? Warframe. Warframe, together we fight. Say that they say on Google that it is sort of similar to Destiny, which I've never played, but I know some people who play. Looks, you know what it reminds me of that I played? I am a fan of Metroid series, and that a little bit reminds me of that. Anyways, that looks cool. I kind of wonder what sort of convention, what does it look like, a convention for a single game? I've attended several cons and cosplayed what? Random? Alright. Enrichment. Oh, alright. Characters in the late 90s before anime was mainstream. Think you're an artist and you can't convince me otherwise. I won't. I won't be convincing you otherwise. I'll take it as a compliment. 30k lore, 30 pages of lore on Night Rain. I didn't think there was that much in there. Yeah, initially me neither, and I was like in a huge denial when the game released. Karma has found me. Anyways, I was in a big denial when the game released, but now I'm like, I'm so embarrassed of myself, guys. I'm like the biggest fan now. Which happens to me a lot. At first things drop and I just hate them. And I tell all my friends, you'll never catch me. You won't catch me dead playing that thing. Then I just become the biggest fan and the biggest supporter, and anyways, there is quite a lot of lore, and I feel like, as I think I mentioned before during the stream, I think that there is more lore that is very straightforwardly connected to the main game, the main Elden Ring game in Night Train, that there is in Shadow of the Earth Tree. And I feel like it's, like, once again, extremely subjective, but in my personal opinion, Shadow of the Earth Tree can be played as a standalone game and has enough to be its own product. Meanwhile, Night Rain, excuse me, you cannot understand much in this game. Like, if you're playing it for combat, yeah, you don't need it, but you cannot understand much in this game unless you not only know the very basics of the main game lore, but like you have to have pretty detailed understanding, which surprised me a lot. But anyways, I'm finally energized again. I'm, you know, inspired and working on something. So yeah. Cosplay is great. What cosplay do you want to see at Comic Con? Wait. What cosplay do I want to see at Comic Con? Well, honestly, any cosplay of my favorite gacha games characters would be sweet to see, but I would also say that I kind of want to see people dressing up as knights in armor from Elden Ring or Dark Souls games. It would be really cool. Don't tell anyone, but that would be very cool to see people in knight armor. The cosplay is great. I cosplayed Mouse? With an outfit my girlfriend's mother sued me, plus a prop wig and glasses. No one knew what was going on. And we got the strangest look, but we had a blast. Oh, it's sweet. Okay, so it's very crowded, lots of noise, and they're usually held in arenas or convention centers with area sectioned off for the boats. Alright, the more I learn about that con lore, the more I'm getting excited to maybe go. Maybe I'll consult the treasury again. And I'll take you guys on a con with me. We'll have a con vlog about that. Yes, I was looking connections. Alright. I made a cosplay greatsword and realized it was quite an expensive hobby. Yeah, that's what I was talking about too. I feel like cosplay is a hobby for rich people, because if making one costume costs on average at least a few $100, usually even more if it's not just like a dress and a wig, then like how are you supposed to have multiple? Because once you have went somewhere in this costume, you probably want to make another one for a new season or just for another character that you like. It does seem to be very demanding. I should probably ask Rosie about it. Wait, do you have a favorite Zenless? Yes. I'll tell you guys. My favorite Zenless Zone Zero character is Jane Doe. For reasons beyond PG limitations of the stream, but she is fine, and I really love her. My second favorite character is Lighter, but I'm angry at him a little bit because I spent all my all my in-game savings and then a little bit more of my real-life savings on him. And it took a really long time to get him, which was unnecessary. I'm a fan of people who mash up two cosplays together, like Green Goblin Slayer with Goblin Slayer armor, but deemed smooth and with Green Goblin Glare. What do you think it's still a cosplay? I thought there's like a term for it when it's more like you take the character's concept and then you kind of like, maybe it's just not in English, I don't know, but I definitely heard a term when people use the basic kind of like idea of a character and then they build on to it and they like create their own version of a costume or like alternative version. So I feel like it's a subgenre of cosplaying. Yeah, con vlog would be awesome. I agree. Some cosplay tips you can use for not spending too much money is use old clothes and items for it. That is super wise. I actually was thinking if I was to make a Revenant cosplay, I do have a white dress that maybe like not entirely, but can be like a part of her dress because it looks very similar and it's kind of long enough. It's hard to find like when you are a lady. Imagine being a lady. When you are a lady and you are on a slightly taller side, it's hard to find dresses that are like medium length, if it makes sense. Things are either long enough that you're mopping the floors, and like if you're a short girl, okay, then you're like twice mopping the floors. The mopping goes hard. But the shorter dresses, if you just like, they make them, if it makes sense, they make the dresses wider but not longer for different sizes. So something that is like knee length for shorter ladies is like butt crack length for taller ladies, which I think is completely not fair, and it's extremely hard to find a medium length dress. So anyways, I find that Revenant character can be kind of like easier to cosplay for me because I have a very fitting length dress for it. But definitely would need a wing, would need to make custom accessories like the medallions and the stuff that she's wearing, flower crown and all that stuff. But that could be fun. Another tip is to Bob Huge and get so many followers. Money isn't a problem anymore. Oh yeah? Well, maybe I like being a smaller creator because then when you blow up, you get more people who support you, but you also get like haters and people who harass you and say mean things to you, and even like the most unassuming streamers and like creators who generally do neutral or nice stuff still get people who come after them for some reason. So as much as I kind of agree with the grind set, I think that it's not for everyone's mindset. Huh. How about that? Could be more refined term. Mashups, yeah, I agree. Pastel pink and white Darth Vader. Alright. Doesn't it make him like canonically can he still be a Darth if he's wearing pastel pink? Shouldn't they all wear black and neon details and stuff? Otherwise they're thrown away and go be a Jedi or something like this. With your light pink fit with pants. Oh yeah, not unheard of. I agree, not unheard of about the pants. Anyways, let's, you know what, I don't want to say I'm tired of her, but I'm getting slightly tired of her, and we're going to do the following. We're going to add these bloodstains I was talking about. Why? What? Alright, I see it now. Alright, let's add the bloodstains I was talking about, and we'll just probably, because I feel like I've been yapping the entire time. Your girl's been yapping, and even though we didn't progress too much, I think we kind of at least realized that maybe not as much progress is needed. We will add them bloodstains. For that, we will block the layer, and we will add another mask, and we will get the nasty red color, and we will get the, what about the splatter? I forgot what we used the last time. Chocolate coins for Evan cosplay. And actually, you know what? I actually thought about this too, but in the heat of the southern summer, when the Dragon Con happens, I think I would, for the lack of better terms, I would become a very poopy Revenant. Once them coins start melting, that would be an interesting mashup. So, yes and no. Maybe in the north that would fly, but not here. Oh, bye Rosie. Thank you for joining. I had fun talking to you, and maybe when we are drawing our next picture, sometime next week, you can join us again. Okay, we'll be trying to get the right... Oh, alright, okay. This. Gotta draw Jane doll. Oh yeah, oh that would be really nice of you. That would be really nice of you. I would appreciate that. Alright, we're just getting the kind of like random drops right now, and then we're gonna correct how they look. I feel like here it would be nice to have some maybe. By the way, if people in the chat are playing Night Train, how's the game treating you? Because for me, extra hard. I am embarrassed to admit it. As a person who's about to make a like lore video, I'm embarrassed to admit it. But I'm still in like first expedition, and I can't really move forward. First of all, because I'm a coward. Also because where is my gear? I'm only fine with playing Elden Ring, and like I was fine playing Shadow of the Earth Tree. I played it no problem, except for Matty. I still haven't beaten her ass. But I don't have my build. I don't have my gear, and because of that, I cannot progress. I'm so not used to honestly playing as any of the characters, and then playing as the booba lady, the not Revenant, but the something else, the witch. Playing as the witch. She has, oh, there's a squirrel. There's a squirrel right outside of my window. Playing as a witch gives you such a small amount of FP. How are you supposed to progress if you deplenish the entire thing with like 3 to 4 spells? I don't know, I still haven't adjusted to the game. I hate the 2 different prints, and it ruins my ability to play. Two different. Do you mean the like the running thing? Two different sprints. The fact that you can just normally run, and then you have that sprint where you can like jump and crawl and things. It's like throwing myself down the stairs. What does that mean? What does that mean? Alright, let's change. Oh, I don't like that. I liked how the light ones are looking. What about the dark spot? What if we smudged it a little bit? Alright, we need a meme. We need a meme that we want to put. What is a good meme? Oh, I like my meme here. Well, thanks. But it's not really meme. We need something to put on my shirt, because that's what the entire goal of it was, to have the shirt open. So there can be a hidden meme there. Y'all know any memes? Y'all know any good memes? Gotta go search. Actually, when I looked up Ranma 1/2, Ranma half, I don't know how you read it. The first thing that Google gives me is a YouTube video with a giant title failure, and it says Ranma half or whatever is a disaster. I don't know. I don't know what's up with this anime, but it seems like it has a bunch of haters. Otherwise it wouldn't be the top result. I don't know, maybe the top result would have been how cool it is. We got memes 2025. How's that for an old lady? Looking up best memes. These are all hard to draw. Do people just not use the templates anymore? I see the tung 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 sahur, but I don't think people would understand if I put them on my it's fun up until you get squished. I agree. To get good, playing with my friends is rough. Feels like I'm holding them back. That's why I'm a bit scared to suggest, like, I know people on the Discord, on Night Train Discord, they're like just kind of having open calls, and they're like, who wants to join this or that expedition? Or probably I could even like post saying, hey, does someone want to help a noob? But oh, I know, we should put chill guy on my on my shirt. Anyways, what I was talking about. I feel like I'm too scared. What is with my face again? Yo, I feel like I'm too scared to ask people in the Discord to play with me. I have no friends who play it, okay? But I don't want to be a bother. That's like one of the biggest problems. Tea time, guys. Psychology time. It all happened, it all started when I was born. But one of my biggest troubles in life is the fear of being a bother. And I cannot ask people in the Discord to help me because I know they wouldn't care, but my brain will care and it will make scary stories and it will show me scary cringe comps before I go to sleep. So that's why we're doing solo run. But I agree about getting good. Or maybe I should just find the location of my sword and just run for my life and get my Sword of Night and Flame that I usually use in the main game. But I hate the freaking the knight that crawls on you and just how are you supposed to play? This is freaking Fortnite Elden Ring. I've never played Fortnite, but I have an inkling that it's something that happens there. I'm gonna turn off my display for a second because I'm going to find a long skinny meme. What is a long skinny meme? What is that? I'm gonna look it up, and if it's something yeah. What is a long skinny meme? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Is it? Did you say it because it was supposed to fit on that shirt stuff? Wait. We're looking for Shokai. Yeah. Anyways, I hate that the night is kind of closing on you, and you have to run for your life, and you don't have enough time, honestly, to cheese the game, which I'm not embarrassed of it. I play for the lore. I don't really care too much about the combat. Oh, what is happening? So I feel like it's okay to not want to bother too much with that and just want to skip hard parts, you know. Alright, skip the hard parts and go to the parts that interest you, like in any other game. I think, honestly, if I was not PS5, I'd help you. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. If I had a PS5, first of all, wouldn't that be nice? But I would definitely ask you for help too. Anyways, what I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Oh, cheating in the game. So yeah, not cheating, cheesing. I feel like people say that Elden Ring community is like, oh, they're like the kind of people who are so mean about those things, and they're unforgiving, and they're like they call you names if you cheese things and stuff. You know, what I'm trying to say is that generally, like, people are treating the game very seriously, but honestly, I've never seen a community that treats their game more seriously than Zelda games in recent years. Like, it used to be far more chill in the community, But after Breath of the Wild released, and I guess it got more, I don't want to say accessible, maybe more marketized. The people who didn't play the series before were really into Breath of the Wild, and I saw people, even myself, like people who played the series, they didn't like Breath of the Wild too much for certain mechanics that were added. And especially like Tears of the Kingdom. Let's just say I don't like this game, but I know that many people do. And I feel like with the incoming stream, yeah, that's perfect. I agree. With the incoming stream of new people who specifically favor, first of all, combat. Something that was, and you can argue with me on that, but I firmly believe that Legend of Zelda series were never about combat. It was always about the story and using items you're given in a right way to proceed, sort of like just like puzzle solving, but puzzles are not like classic puzzles here. But with the release of Breath of the Wild, the game sorta became about the combat. And to me, it's unfortunately, because once again, I don't like combat in my games. I like lore and pretty characters. But many people who became part of the fandom, they, I guess, were like fans of the games where combat made sense and was like one of the main mechanics in the first place. And they became so just about the way other people play and about like weapons you're supposed to use, how to beat certain boss, with the introduction of the mechanic where you can sort of like make items from the scrap materials you find around the world. Yeah, people got really creative, but I don't really like people shaming me for the fact that I am not building some super duper quadruple cage to put all the goblins into, you know? I just feel like the game used to be far more chill, and now people are getting way too creative in combat and don't care. No, people still care a lot about the lore. It's just kind of like became more all-encompassing as a game, and if you're a person who's no longer like good in combat, you're shamed for this. And then you get a lot of, once again, new people. I don't want to like gatekeep or be a person like, like these new people, they don't understand anything. No, I think that it's completely fine, and it's valid, and there are a lot of people who've been in the fandom but didn't care about the lore in the first place. But I just think that this community became pretty toxic, pretty dang toxic is what I'm trying to say. Both on the lore sphere, because a lot of new people come in and they're far more serious about this lore than Zelda lore channels used to be. But I think that this like the popularity of lore digging is fairly new too. Fairly, I'm saying, but new people are definitely scaring me. And I tried making a Zelda video before and I was like, no, delete, remove, because immediately people were kind of mean about it. And yeah, so I was saying that you would think that Elden Ring has an even more not toxic, I don't want to say toxic, but like strict, I don't know, community. And I was scared making my first couple of videos. But it turned out in the end that people are actually pretty nice. Or nicer than some other games communities when the game seems to be very chill. But then people who play them, maybe they're playing them for a reason, you know? And then like they are not chill, so they need chill games. And then people who play Elden Ring seem to be pretty dang chill, or maybe like even like Souls game in general, Souls games. I want to play, like, that's actually another reason why PS5 seems like such a seducing idea, because I really want to play Bloodborne, which I've only watched and never played myself. And I feel like I missed out. Alright. Old and grand. Yeah, I would agree that it's pretty grand. How big do... The thing is, I want his face to be visible, but maybe like... Oh, low battery? That's a sign. It's a sign that we're almost done here. Let's, you know what, let's duplicate him just so we don't make any terrible mistakes. Alright. So, how would we do it? Probably want to make him a little bit like this. White chill guy. Because I'm wearing the shirt, like this. I don't know. So it should probably be shaped more like a shirt. Alright. So what do we think? Are we ready to start erasing the poor guy? Alright, now gotta fit him under the jacket. Spooky Souls game wants you to... Oh yeah, yeah, honestly, still best aesthetics. And I'm like, I saw people complaining about Night Train having like face reveal, guys. This is what I look like in real life. Anyways, I saw a lot of people complaining about Night Train being a cash, well, like not just that, but like they say that the fact that it reuses drip from other games means that it's like a cash grab, which I'm not sure how much I agree with that. But what I wanted to say is, what I wanted to say is I am actually really happy to see that they added some of the costumes like as skins for the characters, because some of these older games, they were very stylish, you know. Elden Ring is pretty stylish too, but some of the designs... Oh no, it's about to die. Wait, I'm gonna save everyone. It's charging now. But anyway, some of these older designs, they were really iconic. So I'm glad to see them in the game and that I can experience this Souls aesthetic too. Especially with my favorite character so far being Iron Eye, and Iron Eye having this Bloodborne looking head in one of the skins. Alright, how about we... I kind of want him to maybe... I don't know, is this okay? Is this too much? But we want him to be maybe like a little bit more... So there's still... Where's the... No. Because it has to be low-key, you know? It doesn't have to be like the super bright so everyone sees what's going on. Alright, I like it this way. Maybe we'll smudge the edge a little bit. Alright. Okay, they have added some old weapons from Souls games. Like which ones? Which ones are the ones you'd like to see? I think I'm gonna just add some maybe whites and that'll be it. Take our technical pen. Perfect. Take the technical pen, we'll just add the lights. This. Oh, said we never got boss weapons. What? Boss weapons? Oh, you mean the weapons of the bosses that we defeat? Yeah, that makes sense. Although, since there are not too many people watching right now, what are your thoughts? Maybe, no, you know what? I won't ask it right now. Maybe I'll just ask it. What's going on? What is going on? Wait a second. Alright, sorry. Maybe I'll just ask it on Discord, but I had a question in mind, but then I thought that, who knows, maybe will people watch the stream later, and I kind of don't want to spoil anything to anyone. It was about a certain weapon that is used. This, what else do we think would be kind of like the edge? Maybe we'll make this one. Alright, and worry not, we're going to actually kind of smudge all this stuff too and add it as a specific layer. Alright. Use that and use it as what I want to add it as. Alright. Alright. I think that is as good as it goes. I don't think we made like too much of a progress here. But we yapped quite a bit, and that was nice. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think I'm very satisfied with how it looks like. Plus, we will have like text here. No, text 1, text 2. So there would be like area here. There's pretty highlighted as well. So I think as far as it goes, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy for today. Pontiff Sylvan's Greatsword, the Moonlight Butterfly Spear, just a few stuff. Oh, alrighty. You know what? I'll have to look up those things. Maybe I'll look at it right now because I'm not familiar once again with everything that is going on. Oh, Moonlight Butterfly. Moonlight Butterfly Spear. Moonlight Butterfly Horn. Moonlight Butterfly, the horns of butterfly. Created by oh right, so it's from the first game. Looks familiar, huh? Looks oddly familiar. The second one. Oh, it's not okay. It's Sullivan. Sword. Great sword. Great sword. What does it look like? Show me the game. And this one from Dark Souls 3. Well, to be fair, this one looks oddly familiar too. To some other existing weapon in Elden Ring. So I feel like if you wanted to, you could stylize another weapon as this one, but I get that it's probably the abilities that you're looking for. It's just me being more concentrated on the aesthetics. Loose Lips Sink Ships. Hyped for our yeah, I'm hyped for our collab too. Yeah, everyone should be hyped for this thing coming. But I think that as far as the drawing goes, we're done for today, and we're done with it in general. And I may stream again next week, like sometime after work, and maybe next weekend too, simply because I'm really excited about Night Train, and I actually drew some stuff at work, and I want to turn my my kind of like regular sketch into a digital painting too. So that's what we may or may not do. Hopefully we will do this week. Other than that, thank you everyone who joined. It was a very enjoyable stream. I loved it a lot. I got to yap quite a bit. I'm just happy that quite a few oops joined today. Yeah, I'm gonna go and read that 30 pages long document that I printed. I'm gonna go and read my Night Train lore for a small thingy that I want to make, preferably this week. I want want to make and post a certain video on Night Train, and yeah, hopefully we'll see each other sometime soon. Have a great weekend too. Thank you for joining. Bye bye everyone. Y'all have a great weekend. Woo! Bye bye. Bye.